Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
But
Alright, if you
what
insist.
happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well then, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh, you...
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place. Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
Which one? The keys or the door nameplates?
I think it's the keys.
I mean, if you think about it, with the with the nameplates were switched. If someone did want to knock on Sayaka's door, they'd be knocking at Makoto's door.
I mean, that's true, but also they resolved to switch keys.
Yeah, but like
Then
they
again,
switched
he only
rooms.
knows how to- I mean, you could try it, but I'd recommend saving first.
Alright, we can do keys. The traded rooms when the victim was discovered. Blah 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 blah.
I got it! Because Sayaka was already scared, remember?
Hey.
That's why she asked me to switch rooms
Yeah, I
in
was
the
right.
first place.
Yeah.
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh? Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know
Because
you don't
everybody
want to
lied,
consider it,
as
but
House
look
would
at
say.
this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
Okay.
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows.
I think I've managed
When
to
you
do
write,
that once.
you can leave an
hard.
imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Huh?
Which means, only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't. But
Of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
but why?
I mean, you think that a pop
Why
star would
would she
have
write
neater
that?
handwriting?
Right? Like, have a little heart on, like, the wire or something.
Like, she's a pop star. She should be able to sign her name in a very pretty fashion. At least her name, if not all of her writing.
The note was likely her way of getting in
Put
touch
a little
with a
heart on the
certain
wire or
someone.
something.
Yes!
She She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
You, of course, because you only like 2D women.
So it wouldn't have any effect on me.
Oh yeah, we all know that everyone here is in complete 3D, right?
But can we be sure
Oh
anyone
yeah, that's
even
true.
got this note?
Technically, he could be into every woman here because they're all cardboard.
Yes!
And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say? Very well then. Pay attention. Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was...
No.
Objection!
Well, let's go. I'm gonna get somebody in the comments saying you pronounced that wrong.
Oh yeah, totally.
They got
I don't
switched?
care.
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
I have to say that, like, dubbing, you know, the editing work on the nameplates really could have been done better.
I agree, it looks very, very Comic Sans.
It's like, hand-drawn image-ish, whatever, typed out name.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right. Okay, then who did it?
It was me!
It was me the whole time!
Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room,
She
okay?
specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
Or if she was writing to someone who is known to be very dumb. What about you, fortune teller boy? You've been very quiet.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come
Well, what
to the
about you,
room she
Mondo?
was in,
You're kind of a
and
meathead.
also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
I don't think Mondo appreciates what you just called him.
We all know it to be true. Search your feelings.
What? Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened
Oh,
after she invited the person into the room.
Okay. Why was I under the impression that she would say, but to understand that, we first have to understand parallel universes.
Oh, God. I know what you're referencing.
I was actually expecting her to say that, and then she didn't. I'm like, what?
That's where the answer
Like, aw, disappointment.
For the record, Axe, you do know about parallel universes, right?
Yes. I watched Sliders.
What happened then was...
Not quite what we're talking
probably-
about.
I've heard the reference, I just don't know where it's from.
It's from Super
Whoever
Mario
she
64,
invited over
where
came in and attacked her.
the map of the world is basically inside a box. If you go out of that box into the next box, all of the collision from that map is still in that other box. So you can walk around in there as well, like it's the original map. It's a parallel universe.
Oh god. There was actually a Super Mario 64 game I saw that I really want to play. I can't remember the name of it, but it's where every 5 seconds the game glitches in a different way.
Isn't that Mario 64 Chaos Edition?
Yes.
But we still don't know who it is.
A YouTuber I like,
goddamn
Mixture of Grace, played it, and it was
Sayaka fought with
incredible.
your killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial
Also,
struggle.
kind of why I want to
Yes,
play the
I
Halo
think you're
Chaos Edition.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds
Actually, it's
me.
called Cursed
There
Halo.
was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
Okay, wait. Chihiro, how are you seeing this? Did we drag Sayaka into the trial and we're just like holding up her wrist?
You know
like,
there's cameras, right?
Yeah, it's not
He
like we
probably
have
just-
access to the cameras.
Yeah, surveillance cameras on top of that. If I remember correctly, you can take pictures using your handbook. I think Monokuma said something like that. They might have mentioned it in the anime.
Sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you.
Oh, another way to make this game more interesting? Potential for missing evidence. Because as it stands, you get all of the evidence, and then Monokuma
And there's some on her
calls
wrist
you in.
because...
Well, but they did that already in one of the games.
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword! Right there on her wrist!
But imagine if you like take too long to gather the evidence, you'll just miss out on some.
I see.
Oh god. Then it would be an
So,
unwinnable
just
situation. I
ever
don't think they'd ever do
closer.
that.
Well, if you miss out on like one piece of evidence, because like in this one you missed out on the note, but that was filled in for you. Like someone else pointed that out. So it could be that like it would be more difficult, but wouldn't necessarily be impossible because you have someone to do all the detective work.
It's just that's one of those things where people find ways of soft locking games, and I could see someone trying to do that soft locking themselves.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Then it's about time to solve this mystery.
I mean,
I know a YouTuber that blatantly comes up with soft lock situations in Pokemon all the time.
I was about to say you can soft lock the original Pokemon in like what, 5 minutes?
Yeah. This YouTuber Picaspri has found ways to do it in every version so far, up to Sword.
Hey, there's more to learn.
Oh my gosh, there's more? Are you getting used to them? Multiple truth. Okay, I have to
Good luck,
figure out-
have fun.
I have to figure out what all this means on controller.
Good luck, have
The
fun.
music and the spinning and all that just makes me think of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow.
I keep thinking Square does stuff.
A sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
Kitchen knife, replica, sword, or the sheath.
When the fighting broke
Okay,
out,
here we go.
the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak.
No, that's wrong.
Objection!
Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Okay, so a little funny fact that I just remembered involving objection. There's going to be a little strong language here, so a little fair warning.
Gosh.
Did you know that the recording function of the DS, well, not recording function, but the mic in the DS, how you can say objection into it?
You can?
Yeah. There's a little button you can push. Do you want to know what word also comes through as objection if you say it? And you're going to laugh.
Anything if you say it loud enough.
Bullshit. I'm not joking. I literally said bullshit, and it worked.
Because the sword sheath had been scratched.
Oh gosh. Playing a game on the DS, at any given moment they could just be all like, hey, talking to the microphone to do a thing! Bloody Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass.
See?
Close the DS to transfer the thing from one map to the other.
Oh yeah, apparently that actually, like, stumped people for, like, hours. Push the
Don't
maps...
want to know the things I've said in Hey You Pikachu.
Press the maps together to transfer the icon. I thought it was genius, because close the DS, open it. Oh my gosh, that's so smart. Apparently some people actually got stumped there for, like, hours. Close the DS to walk away, and then they came back, and it was like, oh hey, we solved it.
Yeah, that's what happened with me. It didn't take me hours, but it's just like...
Yeah, it took me a couple of seconds. Press the maps together to transfer it. Oh, smart! Clink, clink. Yay!
You did a thing!
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scenes.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
Okay, the DS, although is short for dual screen.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay,
Not if you're beating someone to death with it.
Hey. Oh gosh, Dwarf Fortress. The adamantine that makes like the best swords in the game makes terrible hammers.
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it! So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself, but then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes
wink, wink. Her stomach.
I got it! You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean. So I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
Okay, but what if her palms got, like, cleaned off somehow? Like, what if they're all sweaty and she, like, wiped them off?
I mean, gold probably wouldn't be easy to remove.
I mean, if she was going to clean off her palms, why not the wrist, too?
Maybe she's just too weak in the knees. Anyway!
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before, the gold
You already
coating on the
addressed
sword
this.
comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked
Because
it up
gold melts in
and
your
come
mouth,
away
not your
completely
hand.
clean.
No, it obviously melts on the hands.
Maybe she
We're talking about
washed
that
her
right now.
hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Objection, Toko.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
No.
What does that have to
that's
do with
not it
anything?
at all.
Objection.
Water can't remove it. She's afraid of water.
Got it! According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower here yet.
Oh my.
Ew.
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
How long have they been here? Like 3 days, right?
Yeah, and Otaku Boy's got an excuse.
What, he can't fit?
No, I was gonna make a joke about otakus who don't shower.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
An insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
I got it! Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
She was the one who went and grabbed
We
it.
already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own. She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason
I
she
think
wanted
Celeste
to
needs
switch
to
rooms...
decide on an accident.
Makoto. Hey, to be fair, the same could be said about me.
was so that she could
Wait,
pin
what
the
about
crime
you?
on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Deciding on an accent?
I mean, Celeste, for example, she sounds Chinese, and it's quite obvious with the name. She's German!
Using book.
Sayaka wanted to...
Her accent hasn't seemed Chinese to me. It seemed kind of... It sounded vaguely Eastern European.
That would also explain why
does
she
not
switched
sound
the
German
nameplates.
at all.
She wanted to get whoever she had targeted
Remember,
to come to
remember,
Makoto's
we
room
know
where
someone
she was
who is
staying.
German.
And by committing the murder there,
I didn't say she
instead
was
of her
German.
room,
I'm
that
just saying
would
she
implicate
doesn't sound
Makoto.
Chinese to me.
It kind of
But
comes
for that
off
to
as
work,
that, but I'm
the
not going to go
target
any
had to be
further
lured
lest
out,
it
while still keeping
comes
the
out
room's
bad.
job a
I will
secret.
say,
We don't want to get canceled.
If
I
the
have
target
a
knew she
distinct
had
feeling
switched
she's the
rooms,
voice
then they
actor
would have
for,
become suspicious right away.
what's her face in the Castlevania anime.
That's why she switched the names?
But doesn't
that
that
could be
plan seem
possible.
a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka
Holy
realized the
monkey,
same thing.
Togami
which is
actually
why
defended
out of
us.
all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned
Wow,
out?
Naegi, are you just going to take that thing down?
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true! Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
No pressure, right?
Oh yeah, totally.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
No.
Oh.
Shoot!
Oh, you were doing perfect,
It's
too.
easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
Very well.
Shoot!
Then let's review all the clues we've found up to this point one more time.
Shoot!
Oh, man.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
No, that's wrong.
There we go. That's the one.
It only took you 2 hits.
There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Wait, what did you say?
The dying message.
Wait, what?
She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember?
Yeah, she wrote a message with her grocery list on the wall.
11037. Written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
Okay, Axe, I just want to say here, her Celeste voice actor, she's Canadian.
Canadian?
Her
Yep.
right index finger had blood on it.
I'm shocked.
That could only be
Here,
because
I'm
she
gonna-
used that finger
I'll
to
post
write
it in
the
the chat.
message.
Nah, it's
I
all
see.
good.
She
Oh,
broke
it's
her
right there.
right wrist during the fight.
I'm
So she'd
too
have to
lazy
use
to
her
go.
left hand
What?
to write.
Oh,
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still... What the heck do those numbers mean? 11037?
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course.
what
It's
numbers
because they're
mean,
not
Mason?
numbers.
What do the numbers mean?
The numbers,
Oh,
the numbers won't stop going down.
It looks like...
Huh? What? What?
No, it's just look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers.
Hold on. Hold on. Is it real quick? I think I found out what the numbers mean. I'm gonna send it to you. If I...
Oh, I know exactly what they mean. But we're not spoiling.
No, okay, Zura, I sent you a thing. I think that's what the numbers mean.
Don't these first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers
Wow.
and more like one letter?
Wow.
11037.
You're
Did you post
right.
it in voice for the voice
The
list or the...
connecting line is barely
No, she sent it
there.
to me directly.
So I assumed
I'll
it
send
was
it to you too,
1-1,
Axe.
but...
Yeah, you won't want to look. You won't want to look at it, Axe. I can tell you that.
Please don't.
Don't send it?
Don't.
Okay.
If it's that bad.
Looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Whoa. You might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Wow.
Gray cells are really getting excited now.
But even if that really is an N, N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Okay, you don't have to be, like, you don't have to be so smart about it. Like, you could just say, flip it.
She's saying it like this partly because it's her personality, partly because nobody has figured it out yet.
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it.
So, whose name did you write?
Okay. I will say, when I got to this part the first time I played through this game, knowing that you could point at the people who are dead made me know, or, made me think that some point in the game you would have to point at someone who is dead for the person who did it.
Yep, ladies and gentlemen, we know who the killer is.
Yeah,
Sayaka.
Oh my gosh, I was drunk the whole time. That's why you've been so quiet.
Junko, how dare.
There's an N right there in the middle of her name.
But literally, anyone with a brain can know it's Leon.
The
Like,
key to
seriously,
solving this mystery
it was pretty obvious
simply
that it
to
said
rotate
Leon
the
when you
writing
first look
180
at that thing.
degrees.
Wasn't obvious to me.
If you turn the
It
message
wasn't obvious to me
around-
when I first played it, but when I actually look at it now, I'm like, oh, now I see
Yeah,
it.
now it's
I mean,
obvious.
I mean, the thing is, I saw that diagonal, stripe,
Yes.
the first time. I didn't even remember there was a character named Leon. I knew, okay, the killer's Leon.
Yeah, the killer is that person from Resident Evil.
It becomes
Oh my
the
god, the
letters
guy from Kingdom Hearts named Squall Leonhardt did it.
Leon, or more accurately, Leon.
What?
By the way, that's not his name.
Leon is a weird name.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence. It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write
I think we should
normally,
call it, though,
and
after
had
the
to write
case
upside
ends.
down,
Yeah.
as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
Trying to write right side up like
that sounds like
is
one
such
hell of a stretch to
mental-
me. I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
Yeah, he tried to get rid of Monokuma.
Oh, if only he could have succeeded.
He tried to get rid of the knife set.
I got it! You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
One piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's
Okay,
right.
Koray
There
did
are
it.
plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah, I think so.
How it was disposed of, or where? Because both of them
I
are
think
the
it would be-
incinerator.
Well, we know it was the incinerator. So it was it was where, which was the trash area.
So we know.
That's what I would think.
What about the trash room? How is that supposed to be? Ha!
That was my oof. So it
Yeah,
must have been the other one.
I thought Axe was trying to say that we know the where.
I got it! If we look closely at how the
you
shirt was
replenished my mess
disposed
up.
of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Interesting.
Hey, wait a second!
Wait a minute, that was me!
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the
incinerator in order.
No, that's
I
wrong.
like their modified voices.
Objection.
Objection!
Hold on.
Yeah, I'll
I
show
think I
you.
know how someone could dispose
Okay,
of the evidence
Prosecutor Payne.
without using the trash room key.
And if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but,
But how would you use it?
Throw it.
I got it! The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate.
I think when I actually played this the first time, I had already deduced that part. And I already, like, knew it was Leon from seeing that the crystal ball would have had to have been thrown and shattered. And then
Exactly, baseball player.
And then I saw that, like, piece of evidence. I looked through the character's information. Leon, ultimate baseball player. Oh my gosh, it was him! And yet I still didn't realize that the 11037 was him.
All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
That's why I do Let's Plays of Games blind, because my reactions to playing it for the first time are better than anything.
In the gate? Remember what you said before, Hifumi? Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they'd gotten the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
That's
Yeah.
right. There's no way.
Baseball
It'd be
player.
impossible.
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is...
Ultimate me!
Ultimate clairvoyance.
I got it! Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
Baseball player? Me?
A target 30 feet away would surely
I'm
be
not a
little challenge
baseball
to the
player.
ultimate baseball star.
I'm barely even
soccer
a
player.
baseball!
I lied!
You can't be serious. I'm not the killer! These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
You still won't admit it?
Ooh, my favorite part's about to
Okay,
come
then.
up. My favorite minigame.
Makoto, go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear. And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered. And the truth has been revealed. Now here's what happened.
The closing argument. This give a complete summary of the case, reproduce the flow of events in the form of a comic book. There's a number of pieces missing. Complete the comic using the truth panels for taking the missing section and press the left mouse button. Get a hint that might lead to a breakthrough. Good luck
Okay,
and have
that's not the
fun!
I mean, the closing comic is fun, but I'm not referring to that many.
Like if ever kind of fun, the time runs up, good luck.
Okay, it started when it entered. And then Sako's there with the knife and it's like, hello, yeah. Boom. Oh. They grab the knife, try to defend themselves. Huzzah. Oh, wait. Boom. Notice something in the room. Is there?
You do have more than those 5.
There we go. You dropped the knife. Ran to the bathroom, door is locked, da da da.
No.
No?
Did anyone open the toolkit?
What?
No one opened up their toolkit, remember?
Yeah, but remember, they said that they broke in.
They had to have removed
And
it.
what's that one in the middle?
Them trying the door?
That's the dying message.
This is just them trying to open up a door, finding it locked. The hint said that they, you know, opened it with something.
Okay.
Help dispose of evidence. Boom. And you can see the item right here. Because you see, this icon is also not being used. Only one of these remaining 5 is still being used. Or 2 of them, I guess.
Here's exactly what happened. I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning. Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier. But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I'd put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist.
Whoops!
Wait, what? What do they do next? Okay, that's when this goes in.
Here's exactly what happened. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist. And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife. Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing.
Wait, hang on.
What?
Pause, if you can.
So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the
Look
kitchen
at the
knife.
doorknob from the inside of the bathroom. Does that look like a locking mechanism on the knob?
It does look like a locking mechanism on the knob, yes.
Continuity! Anyways, keep going.
And stabbed Sayaka. But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there. afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there, but the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So they came up with a plan to use Hiro's crystal ball, which he'd left in the laundry room. The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw. But the killer had the confidence to take a shot. And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star. The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life. Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed. Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence.
Objection!
Isn't that right, Leon?
Ba-boom!
It would appear that Hiro simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room.
Makoto looked kind of like, Larry Butts.
Yeah.
You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt. And that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon,
Yeah?
do you object to anything that's
You
been said?
agree?
Do I object? Hell yes,
I wasn't
object.
listening.
Of course I do. I object. I object. I
Oh, never mind
object.
that.
I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid
hey Claire,
theories.
can you do me a
We need
favor and check
evidence.
the
Where's the
messages
evidence?
The messages? What about the messages?
and recording in progress, please? Also, edit that out.
I can't really edit. What's going on?
Azura, show her how to use the text for recording in progress, please. You know.
Oh, I'll show you later, Claire. But
I can't do it on my phone so easily, and I can't really tab
Yeah,
out.
you can. I do it on my phone all the time.
Not so
Okay.
easily. Is this
Claire's
something
on
that I
the
have to
technology
do
first.
right this moment while I'm recording?
Yes.
He's leaving.
Okay.
This is why I tried to rush the case, and please edit this part out. I don't want to look bad.
Whatever. We all have to leave sometime.
No, don't worry.
Evidence.
No
It's
one
all
looks bad
bullshit.
as Claire for
It's
not knowing how
bullshit,
to
and
look
I
at it.
refuse to acknowledge it.
Well then,
It's also
I
going to
guess
look bad
this
for you
is as
because
good a
that
time as
makes
any
me a
to
pretty
present the
terrible
evidence
guest.
that proves you
I just
did
didn't
it.
expect the case to run this long.
Yeah,
Makoto,
well, that's what happens
I
when we
believe
keep
you're in
distracting
possession of
ourselves.
that evidence.
Yeah.
Evidence.
Oh, I hate to do this, but I'm going to have... Oh, the bullet time battle, too. This was my favorite mini-game.
Alright, this is like the final, right?
Yeah, it's my favorite mini-game.
The BTB BT
This is
dubs.
basically a rhythm game, right?
Yeah, it's why it's my favorite mini-game.
Yes, Axe and your obsession with rhythm games.
Because I'm good at it. But anyways,
we need to
I
find
hate-
you a rhythm fighting game.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
they have those, actually. They have one, actually.
Well, we'll discuss that later.
But anyways, y'all have a great rest of your night, and I will be there for case 2.
Woot woot.
All right.
Watch out for that. Okay, final strike.
Wow, I love how they just straight up told you what item you're going to be using there for the final strike.
Yes. They didn't want to make a whole new fake,
When the killer
battle
broke the
scenes. They
bathroom
just used
doorknob,
this one.
they didn't use anything from your room to do it. So what did the...
I refuse to acknowledge you. You stupid, 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 stupid!
Indisputable evidence.
The moment of truth.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lie. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. You lie. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lie. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. You lie. Where's your proof?
This should prove it.
Break.
The
Body
screws on the
break.
bathroom doorknob were removed. I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove them.
Danganronpa Let's Play, but it's like, you know, the full, whatever, 15, it's 15 people doing the Let's Play. Each person is tied to one of the characters to do, like, their voices and whatever. When the character dies, the, player also leaves.
Well, I mean, considering it's a scripted, game.
No, that's
I
why
mean-
you need to have 15 people who don't know who's, going to be killing, who's going to be leaving.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're the one doing the playing, it would also have to be a blind Let's Play.
Okay, wait. 16 people. One of them is... The person doing Let's Play, the host, is the Monokuma.
Oh, that works.
I mean, it had to be a screwdriver,
We can do
right?
that with the second game.
I could, if we could find an extra 14 people who want to do that.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
This is the Pokemon friend lock all over again.
And that must be what
Okay,
he used.
comments.
There aren't any other tools anywhere.
We need volunteers.
Oh, I still think we should do a Pokemon friend lock at some point. Get Ellie, get Voice, get Axe again, get Chandra.
Uh-huh.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid, stupid, stupid! Huh?
And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Stupid! Stupid!
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
Good job.
Yay! 96 extra coins. Wow.
Nice.
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to You all have a lever in front. Oh, just make triple sure you vote for some. Okay, who will be chosen as the black? What's it gonna be?
everyone-
What's it gonna be?
Everyone has a lever in front of them, and based on exactly the position of the lever determines who they're voting for.
I'm pretty sure the lever is, I don't know, is supposed to actually be, marked.
One lever, but you can vote for any of like 15 people.
Well, yeah. Also,
throughout my whole first time playing this, I was really expecting that at some point, that would show as not like 3 in a row. The jury would be split like 3 ways, say, and then you'd have to go back into the trial to keep working on it.
Huh?
What do you mean I did it?
Hey, hold on.
But...
You son of a bitch!
I didn't have a choice. So, that's... None of you are any different! I was just... Hey, come on!
Why?
Oh, I think I know what she's talking about when she said that part.
Oh, God.
No matter what happens,
Yeah.
please always be...
Yeah, what's the numbers for that scene?
Yeah, she's very familiar with back alleys.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Phew!
That's enough. Calm down.
Ba-bum, ba-bum. Yes, indeed.
Punish? You mean execution? Wait a second! Yeah, that's it.
Is that okay? Do you understand?
So...
Oh.
Huh?
Swah?
Unbelievable. Hey,
It's more unethical than an unwavering sense of justice.
Thrills, chills, kills!
I'm begging you! Please, don't do this!
Hey, come on now.
Stop!
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
No, no!
Let's give it a...
No!
Beep. Game over. Leon has been found guilty. Time for the punishment.
So are they in the elevator?
Nah.